Director Marshall and I have been hard at work, and he's asked me to share some news with our team. Next week, we're sending bureau-wide surveys to every Correctional Services staff member. These surveys will cover everything you've told us that matters most. Things like compressed work schedules, annual leave bidding, mandatory overtime, and all the issues in between. Since October 3rd, the solutions box we started has received over 1,400 emails. And we chose people from these emails to hold listening sessions. We've held 2 so far. The executive staff have listened as you, the boots on the ground, have been able to share your perspective from your positions. And we're not done. 4 more listening sessions are already locked in with other staff that have voiced because we want to hear more about the ideas that you've submitted. We've also heard from informal channels. Since announcing the end of the master agreement, Director Marshall and I have been flooded with messages, mostly overwhelmingly positive, and a few that highlight constructive challenges or concerns people have. Your voices have made one thing clear. The old way of doing things has not worked. In 2024 alone, union officials logged over 250,000 hours of official time. That equates to 32,000 shifts. Now that we're all back working as one team, those 32,000 shifts will go a long way towards officers being home, making memories with their families, less overtime, less mandates. And it's those other costs to the agency, like an average of $40,000 to negotiate a single policy, and more than $60,000 a year on mandatory national LMR meetings. All of those resources are being reclaimed. That's why Director Marshall and I are proud to announce that the millions of dollars saved by terminating the master agreement, those dollars are going to be reinvested directly into you, the men and women of this agency. At the end of fiscal year 2026, we are going to issue one-time incentives to the frontline staff who do the right thing as follows. GS8 and below, including WS8 and below, $4,000 checks. GS9 and GS11, including WS9 through WG11, $2,500. GS12 through GS15, including WS14, $1,000. With these cost savings and the additional funding provided by President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, we can begin to bridge the gap left by the Biden administration's budgets, those budgets we are forced to operate under for the next 2 years. Because of these cost savings and the Big Beautiful Bill, we are moving forward with filling the numerous vacancies throughout the Bureau to bring long overdue relief to those of you who have given far more than you should ever have to. This is just the first of many steps towards addressing the mandatory overtime and augmentation that has taken its toll on our workforce. It's just a start. We are also launching a significantly enhanced recruitment and retention incentive program that recognizes some of our institutions that have been struggling the most. At these institutions, new hires will be offered some of the strongest incentives ever, and the current staff will be recognized for their experience and stability they provide. We're limited in what we can do, but we're starting with some of our most dire needs, especially people like psychologists, our nurses, and lieutenants. This is about the staff who show up, who do the work, and keep this agency running. These surveys, and the ones that will follow, will give every single staff member a voice, not just the loudest few. We want to know what the majority needs, because the days of a handful of opinions driving decisions for the entire workforce are finished. From now on, this agency will operate as one team with one mission. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Director Marshall and I have one standard: no excuses, no roadblocks. We've inherited a difficult situation and everything's not going to get fixed immediately, but the hard work has started. And thanks to President Trump, we are building a bureau where every staff member is proud to serve, where leadership means accountability, and where every voice, especially yours, is heard. Keep the feedback coming, because more positive changes are on the horizon.